before we get it more investment from the shake-ups. When I wake up, they go out and try to say stuff. Now I'm woken, I'm on go, my own hero, I say stuff. When I wake up, trials and tribulations, had a dream explain to me, so keep it.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Thank you for joining the call. My name is Cool. We appreciate y'all being here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some cards, see what's out there in the energy fields and the frequencies and all of that is out there for me to translate or define or give it to you guys straight. This goes out to anybody, everybody, somebody, he, she, they body, a body, as long as we move in the lane of originality and never a copy. This is going to be for my water energies, water signs. Doesn't have to necessarily be your sun sign. It can be anywhere that Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces is in your birth chart. This message is going to be directed and guided towards those energies. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get right into things. We are in Black History Month, so I do have cards. This is my Black Tarot and the African Tarot to complement the theme of things. We're going to go ahead and, like I said, get into it. Start off with some numbers. First number for you guys is the number 7. A very internally spiritual number, and also a number that focuses on the mindset, on the thought process. And the second number we have is 9. So if 7 is an internally spiritual number, number 9 is an externally spiritual number, which focuses on transformations, reaching your end goal, and reflecting on what has been, what has happened throughout your journey, so that you can use that or release that if necessary to get to that next chapter. Since you're so close to the end, you're so close to things, you're so close to the end goal that you want to be at, just finish it out strong. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the reading. I'm using my own custom spread, and as we go on, you guys can get acclimated with how things go with that. Alright, so first we're going to be starting with the theme of things. It's our T. The theme of things. Alright, first part out we have remembrance. Remembrance. So the theme of this is to go through things and everything that has happened or that is happening or showing up or will be showing up, but just remember what you've been through. I'll read it. The frequency of remembrance supports a memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. All right, so that's our theme that we'll be sticking to throughout this. So keep that in the mindset. So now I'm going to get to what you could use help with. What could we use help with? What will we be getting help with? Help, coherence. Number 13, coherence. Being coherent, being aware, being conscious. Okay, so the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. Okay, so that's what you need help with, or be getting help with, is being coherent with making your expression match the way you feel on the inside. Alright, and what you'll be putting energy towards, what needs energy to be put towards. Throat chakra, number 5. Throat chakra. So as we know, I don't know if I'll name them real quick, but we have 7 chakras. We have the root chakra, the red root chakra. On top of that, we have the sacral chakra. Then we have the solar plexus chakra. Then we have the heart chakra. Then we have the throat chakra. But that's not the last one. We also have the third eye chakra or the brow chakra. And then we have the crown chakra. All have different meanings that we'll go through, as time permits. But the throat chakra itself is the blue chakra. and it also focuses on our expression. So that goes good with the previous card of coherence. So put our energy towards making sure that we have a healthy expression, the way we speak, but also the way we listen, the way we move, and what our moves say, what our moves show, and all of that. So throat chakra, frequency of throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Okay. Bottom of the deck, background action, we have change. And throat chakra is the number 5. The number 5 is a symbol of pivotal changes and freedom. So, change. Gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward, number 7, and outward, number 9, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. We don't know everything that's gonna happen in life. We can't all be, foreseers of the future and just know what will happen. But I can promise you that a change will happen. Change is inevitable. Change will happen. All right, let's go ahead and clarify these using the African tarot. All right, so let's clarify remembrance. Again, supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body to flow graciously with and in this life. To clarify, we have the Hierophant. So this is a good match for the card Remembrance, because the Hierophant has a certain energy about it that's traditional. So what's already been established is saying to and this is also the energy of being a student or a teacher. But before you're a teacher, you have to be a student, so you have to learn. So with the theme of things, it is know that you have to become proficient in the process that is, and then you can put your individuality on top of that to make it unique to yourself. But something is calling for you to be proficient in the traditional way of doing things. And our water signs, a lot of times we want to be traditional. It's okay with it. It's like the traditional things is kind of what we cling to, especially if you're more so in the Cancer energy than home life. But traditional is not always seen as boring. Traditional is not always seen as what a lot of people make it to be. But you have to learn the values of things. I gave an example in my last reading about the driving a car. Everybody drives a car, but the car has been established. No, not everybody's going out and building them a car. You know what I mean? You go out, you get you a car that's already been established, and then you add your own individuality on top of that, and then you can get to where you need to go in style. That's what the Hierophant is saying. You can learn something and you can be a proficient in something, and then once you get proficient enough, you can teach something. But it doesn't do no good to go out and teach people this or show people this, and you're not really that, you're not really that proficient in the startup of how things started up and the history of things. Also, with it being this time of month, Black History Month, we as a people have to learn we have to remember what we've gone through, what we've been through, who we really are, so that we can show who we really are and where we can go somewhere that supports who we really are. Alright, next is coherence, which is supporting our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. Alright, so to clarify, I'm going to use both to, we have the two of disc, or the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So I'm using both of them. They kind of just came out on their own, but I'm using both of them because two different energies for harmonizing the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind, heart and mind. So there could be a lot on your plate. There could be a lot that you're juggling, and you're making it look like it's easy. You're making it look like you're making it look like you're doing it successfully, but your mind really wants to let go. Your mind really can't show the personality that it wants to be shown because hands are so full, and it's juggling and it's juggling at the sake of others and entertaining others. So stop entertaining others and get to your heart-centered truth. Stop juggling and other things, because that's taken away from what you could get, when in the light of assets or financially. And let's get to bravery. Let's get to courage. Let's get to the light of things. Let's get into you shining your light and being bright and being showing personality and being happy with the choices and not doing it just for the sake of entertainment or the sake of this was placed on me to do. You know what I mean? Make sure you're doing things in the light of what you really want to do. That's really you're passionate about, and it's lighting your fire. All right, and the throat chakra, expression. It's a change. I feel like it's a change that's needed with the expression. Six of Spears. Okay, so let's get it. Six of Spears is talking about maybe you need to travel, maybe you need to get up and get out and get and show yourself some new things so that you can come back and attack things with a fresh mind. But also, this is getting away from the overthinking, getting away from the things that's causing you to overthink or be stressed or cause to weigh heavy on your mind. Let's get out of that feeling or out of the feeling of emotions and feelings and all that, and get onto dry land. Get to a place of a steady foundation so that you can build something on top of a healthy foundation and not water. You really can't build anything on top of water. You know what I mean? So get to dry land so you can build things on top of the dry land and you can build things on a balanced level. So use your expression to encourage that. Your expression should encourage the laying of a steady foundation so that things don't be so rocky and wavy. So get away from the attitudes, get away from the feelings, get away from all of the overthinking, get away from all of that, and get into the stability, the security, and the stableness. I said that. Stability, security, and the foundations. Alright? So yeah, that's what we're going to start off as. That's our introduction. Let's get into the CALL, the concentration, the acceptance, the letting go, and the learnings. So, starting off with the concentration, what do we need to concentrate on? Concentrate on the Wheel of Fortune. Focus on the Wheel of Fortune. So, what that's saying is, what goes up has a possibility to come down. What's already at the lower level or what is down has a chance to come up. What goes around comes around. The Wheel of Fortune goes and comes, goes and comes. But key is called the Wheel of Fortune. So things happen to be or will be or could be fortunate for you. So keep that mindset. Keep the mindset of in life we're going through the Wheel of Fortune. What goes up has a possibility to go down, but depending on how we deal with that situation, it doesn't have to go down too hard, and know that if things do come down from being up, it's only doing it so it can be a lesson to where we need to go, so that we can get back up in a more healthy way. But like I said, key is a Wheel of Fortune. So know that we're fortunate enough to go through whatever we got to go through to get to wherever we need to be. All right, so that's what we're concentrating on. Let's see, what are we accepting? Accepting the Sun. It says the Son of Knives. So this is actually the Knight of Swords as well. Son of Knives or Knight of Swords. But this is sometimes you can move too fast and not think enough, or sometimes you can think too much, which slows you down. Find a healthy balance with that. Don't be afraid to kind of dive deep into things and to get into the deep matters of things, and that's what it's calling for. Don't be too shallow or don't be too quick to where you're not actually thinking things through. Don't be too dead set on something to where that is causing you to be naive, and it's causing you not to think things through. Something could be right in front of your eyes, but you're moving so fast, or you're so excited about it, or something has you so bent out of shape that you're not really able to see clearly, or you're not really able to pay attention to the details of things. But because something is making you, is rushing you, or making you too emotional about it, and at that point it has control of the situation. So don't give anything that amount of control, and give that control to you. And keep that control within so that you can be detailed and see the things that you need to see. So you don't be surprised by things, and you're not rushing to where you're overlooking things, and you can take your time and be intentional about where you're going and see the different factors that are at play when it comes to your end goal. So that's what you need to accept. That's what we need to accept. So what do we need to let go or release? Let go or release anything that's going against the successful startup of what you feel good about. So this is the Ace of Baskets. Let go or release, Ace of Baskets. Everything that feels good isn't good. Everything that feels good isn't always good. A lot of things that feel good, too much of it is a hindrance. So know that part of it. And also, when it comes to new feelings or new things that you feel good about, it doesn't always have to be exactly what it should seem like it should be. Because if we're growing and if we're changing, if we're ever changing people or beings, know that also as we change, the factors of the matter changed as well. So just because it was good yesterday, it doesn't really mean that it's good today. Because if every day we grow, then what it was good for the old us. But what's good today is good for the new us that we're still really getting to know. So know that fact and be flexible and not so black and white with the things that's meant to be good for you or feel good for you. Okay? So let go. So I'll say to summarize, let go of things that let go of things that hinder you or that, what's the word I'm looking for? If you go into a parking spot and it has that little blue wheelchair on it, what is it? It's not you go into a that hinder you. I mean, that paralyze you, that keep you down, that doesn't allow you to be flexible and doesn't allow you to change with the way that things are changing and be like that. Handicap. Don't let things handicap you. My bad, y'all. But yeah, don't let things like feelings handicap you. Don't let things like expectations handicap you. Keep a open mind and be open to receiving, different things and different testaments towards your growth. That way you can work with the flow of things and not be handicapped. All right. And what we need to learn or what we need to know in that category, we have Father of Wands or the King of Wands. So if we had the Queen of Wands earlier in our introductory section, we have the Father of Wands now. So on the outside, we can place and we can maneuver and we can make sure that things are happening for our advancement, for us to get up and grow. So earlier we had the Hierophant card, which was teacher-student energy. So that was at the beginning of things. So I take everything I said, not everything I said, but take what I said back about teacher-student, and this is more student energy because with the Father of Wands at the end, this has been, so think of that cool teacher that you had, or that teacher that you all knew and just always had personality and how easy and how fun it was to go to that class and learn new things. That's what this energy is trying to portray to us. Now that we've been through all of these testaments and all of these obstacles, we've gotten to a place to where we can now remember what we've gone through and show others, how to get through what they're going to be exposed to or what they could be exposed to. This is also a testament to our people. Our people have been through a lot, and maybe it was not the same thing that we're going through now because it was at a different time, but it's still a testament, and it still has a level of being the same when it comes to the summarization of getting through it. So remember what we as the people have gone through so that you can know how to get through what you're going through. And then when you get through it, you can be in a position to teach the next generation so they can have a little bit easier and then a little bit easier. And then soon, maybe it'll be a day to where the problems aren't even there anymore. But each generation has to work with that generation and work with the next generation to teach and to build. All right. Bottom of the deck, background energies that we may not see, but we will feel. 10 of baskets. This is a family sitting at the table. 10 of baskets is about completing and being whole and being fulfilled. So a family sitting at the table, generations sitting at the table all together, sitting, eating, laughing about the problems, about the problems, the blessings, the goals, the testaments, the trials, all of that. It doesn't mean much. I changed it, but now it's the 8 of baskets. This is about elevation. So it doesn't mean much at the time, but it means the most when everybody can come together and talk about, you know, their different experiences and how they can all share experiences and get the bigger picture, a big beautiful picture, and just elevate each other. And that's what this is also saying. All right. I don't really feel like I need to clarify that much, but we can do some clarifying real quick. Pull them from the top. Clarify the 4. So first, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the 8 of Spears or 8 of Swords, the Knight of Swords or the Son of Knives, clarified by 2 of Wands, Ace of Baskets, clarified by 4 of Wands, and the Father of Wands or the King of Wands is clarified by the Empress. The Empress. And another 4. Yes, I'll talk about this later. Alright, so what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. What goes down can't come up. That's clarified by what we need to concentrate on. That's clarified by the 8 of Spears or the 8 of Swords. So allow things to flow the way that they're supposed to flow. Allow things to go the way that they should go, and allow things that come up in your experience to be just that, an experience, for a testament to your growth or for a testament to what you can enjoy, your enjoyment. Anything other than what I just said is handicapping. Is putting you in a box or putting you in a cage, causing an illusion for you to be held down or kept away from, when it's just that, an illusion. If we get out of thinking that we're held down or being held back or that we're being the victim of something, we can get out of this cage and get into the Wheel of Fortune and the wheel of being fortunate. Things happening and things happening for the fortunate factor to us. And the mindset, another testament towards optimism is keeping the mindset that things are not happening to us, but it's happening for us, for our advancement, for our learning, for our growth, you know, things of that nature. Then we have the Son of Knives, being able to dive deep, being able to not be naive, being able to go in for what you want to go for, but not in a naive way, seeing all the details, mind over heart, but also being compassionate with yourself and showing yourself grace. All right, that's the lesson. 2 of Wands, making a decision, making a decision and choosing or choice, but not blindly. Going with your gut, going with that first mind, trusting yourself. You know what I mean? Trusting yourself to know that you've gotten all of the details of the whole picture, and now you can trust yourself to make a healthy decision and a smart decision. And what we need to leave was anything that's halting the startup of something successful, knowing that everything that felt good yesterday isn't really good for us today because of growth. And once we make the right decision, we then have the 4 of Wands, which is a good foundation and celebration. So celebrations, you can have a successful startup and a successful foundation, because this successful startup was started up on a healthy foundation that causes for success, celebration. And then what we need to what we need to learn is we have the Father of Wands is the energy of being a teacher, energy of being a leader, energy of being a leader that shows personality, a loved, kind, courageous leader. And also, this is the King. This is masculine energy, but the Empress is feminine energy. So letting our feminine energy be just as powerful. So if this is a powerful, smart, courageous teacher, this is a powerful, smart, nurturing teacher as well. Alright? So letting your masculine and your feminine energy be in balance. Being able to take the lead on things, but also being able to support. Being able to show your authority, but also being able to be in gratitude. That's feminine and masculine energy coming into balance. All All right, we're at 24 minutes. I'm doing good on this one. Let's go ahead and do a summarization. Just these cards came out too. Quickly, I'm gonna say being able to change your perspective on things. If you feel like you're looking at things in a negative light, or you've been a little bit pessimistic of things, switch that perspective and put yourself in the other people's shoes, or whatever you have to do to be more optimistic, and know that things aren't working to you, but they're working for you. Options. Know that you have a lot of options that you can dive deep in and dwell in, but every option isn't the best option. Every option isn't going to be a reward. Some options can be a hindrance. Some options can be cautious. Some options can be disappointing. Some options can be joyful. But like I said, not being naive and not being blinded and being able to make the right choice that's going to fit for you. King of Wands again. Wheel of Fortune again. So heavy on the fortune. Heavy on what goes around comes around, but put the right energy towards or to the situation so that when it comes around, it can be in your favor. All right, and then to summarize this, our numbers were 7 and 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 7. I already have 4. I'm gonna pull 3 of these. To summarize what I was spoken about. One. Up. I might pull a 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 came out. All right. So we have number 7, which was our number from the get-go. Number 7, sacred contract. Make a contract to yourself. Promise yourself that you will or will not do this or that. Think about it. Think about it, and make sure that it's in your favor, in the favor of your greater good. But make a contract and stick to it. Make a promise to yourself and stick to it. Number 6, the divine feminine. Don't be so caught up into your masculine energy to where your masculine energy is way outweighing the feminine energy. Because if it does do that, you don't have enough feminine energy, but you have too much masculine energy, that's toxic masculinity. Or vice versa. If you have too much feminine energy and not so much to masculine, that's toxic femininity. We want to get balanced. So the divine feminine, this is saying that somebody doesn't need to be ashamed of the feminine energy that's needed to be put forth, but know that it's just that feminine and masculine is not a gender. It's not a boy or girl. It's an energy, and both are needed. Balancing act is just what I just said. Balancing the energies of feminine and masculine. Balancing the energy of action and expression. Of expression that causes the action, and feelings that leads from how we feel on the inside. Our insides and our internal and our external should match or be in balance. And then we have protecting the future, being balanced, being intentional about what we do in this time, in this space, remembering, and that was our first card, remembrance of what we've gone through to know how we should be so that we can protect the future of what will be. And then we have preparations come to fruition. So if we can remember, then we can do. And if we can do, we can hope. And if we can hope, we can hope for our preparations to make a come to fruition, or to make a brighter and better future for the next generation. All right, I do appreciate y'all. Please like, please comment, please subscribe and share, react, whatever you have to do. I appreciate any feedback. This goes out to anybody, everybody, somebody, everybody, he, she, they body, just as long as we move in a lane of originality and never a copy. And I will see y'all next time. Appreciate it.